Haze right there, that tells us that we're still seeing a fairly wet atmosphere, even though it has mellowed out a little bit and dried out from the sunshine that is expected throughout the day with a high sun during the middle of summer here. Highs from the 80s inland, a couple of 90s did pop up again. Ojai at 88 degrees, San Ynez 86. The beaches of Ventura and Santa Barbara South counties did really well. Got a little cool though around Pismo. You went down a few degrees from Saturday, but look at Paso Robles, you actually went up. So now we're looking at a close to about, what is that, a 37-degree temperature change. That is definitely summertime. 60s and 70s along the beaches right now. Not really getting any hint of a Gaviota sort of wind event tonight, so it looks like it's fairly quiet there. Wind again very light and out of the west northwest. Some areas actually the winds have died out completely, and there's that saturated atmosphere in the form of the humidity. Look at the inland areas around Cuyama where you're getting like 20%. You head out to the coastline and it really jumps up, and that again is because of what we're seeing. Now right now as we start to look at our current conditions, I know that map went a little bit fast. I think I was a little trigger happy there, but we're going to see more of the same the next couple of days. But then this area of high pressure, which is over northern Mexico right now, is expected to sort of build and expand over the west, and that's going to bring in hot conditions and warm conditions for the coastline once we get to about Thursday and Friday, and then more so as we head toward the weekend. Heat advisories are possible, and also a little north push. And that means we have to watch out for the chance for some sundowners, especially in the Santa Barbara South Coast region. Now, looking to our south, speaking of that, there is Alita. We're going to watch that very closely the next couple of days, and there's a good chance that Alita has a little bit of a teeth to it, if you will, and will pose possibly a threat to the Mexican Riviera, but more than likely will cruise out into the ocean. So we always watch these very closely because they can be so catastrophic, and they're also very important to the global sort of heat mechanism. And here is our weather model. It's going to show where Alita is expected to go, and you can see it does get a little intense right there. A category 2, that means wind approaching about 100 miles an hour, 90s I should say, and then it looks like it goes out into the Pacific and it's no threat to anyone. And the way we do this is we look at computer models. Now these are called the spaghetti models, and I can probably not have to explain why they refer to that as the term, but these models show right there, these are all different computer programs showing about where they expect it to go. Now this is the fun part. When you hit the button and go beyond a few days, maybe 5 days, the models get a little funky and they kind of go off into different directions. One of them running into Southern California. Pretty much could bet about $1 million that won't happen, but anyways, we have Alita out there and we'll keep an eye on her. Fog and marine there for tomorrow morning. We go fast forward into Tuesday, and look, you see pretty much the same thing you saw the day before, which has been our little weather rut the last several days. I don't think anyone's really complaining because it has been pretty nice. Temperatures, same story. We'll go with that. We'll go look at Monday about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's warm inland, but not too bad. Getting up, kind of approaching perhaps the triple digits, but not quite, but more than likely in about 5 days we will. As we go to Tuesday, we see a similar pattern. Really no big shocks to the system, just kind of about where you were from Monday to Tuesday. Wednesday likely will be the same, and then we start to see those changes slowly eking into the forecast. So for our areas in particular, we'll go ahead and look at all of them, and there it is. Montecito at 71, Carpinteria, you go up above the 101 and get a little bit farther inland. Temperature will be warmer than that. That's more of a beach influence. All areas just beautiful. 60s and 70s near the beaches, and those 80s and a few 90s popping up as you head farther inland. It looks like Paso Robles, you might get a little drop in temperatures from today to tomorrow. And as far as we'll look at Ventura County real quick, there it is, 70s near the beaches, 80s inland. Do actually have a little bit of surf to talk about, a southern hemisphere and a wind swell mixing to bring actual waves that you can actually look at and not look down at your ankles. There is the Santa Barbara forecast, and look at the warmth that shows up as we head toward next weekend, and that will be for everybody, as you can see right there, from San Ynez back down to Ventura. And we'll try to wrap up real quick as we look at Santa Maria, and again we're going to be seeing a little warming trend developing at the end of the 7-day period. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.